This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake your body.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Crust out your eyes.
The black dude's trying to learn how to surf.
What they didn't know was, once you teach a nigga something, we finna master this shit. I'm gonna show you motherfuckers something you ain't never did this, huh?
Man, that's Sal Masekela and Snoop on his show and having to talk about how the hell does Sal Masekela get into surfing, you know, with his Haitian and South African roots. And now he's like the face of X Games, Winter Games, you know, snowboarding, surfing, skateboarding, and has been that, and just really kind of went against the grain of anybody's perception or stereotype of who we are, what we can accomplish, what we're into, you know, what we're passionate about. And, man, this dude has transcended time, man.
Yeah.
The one and only Sal Masekela is here. Oh, man.
My dude.
Man, good to see you.
It's been 4 years since I've been in here. I had dreadlocks last time I was here.
You did, and you cut your locks.
I cut them.
What made you cut your locks?
Because they still thought I was you. So I was like, maybe if I cut them.
Damn.
And now they still think.
They still think you're me.
we us.
Could have interviewed the president if you kept them.
Sway cut his too.
I know.
Well, I cut mine because they kept calling me Sal. Yo, man, I have people. Here's the thing. I work on MTV. You've done X Games, E. You've done everything. And people always, I remember we were at an event around the Grammys, and it was one of those.
Oh, wait a minute. How about when they tried to give you my limousine?
That's right.
During the film festival, during
right.
Tribeca Film
Tried
Festival.
to give me his limousine.
Yeah, we were at the screening of some movie. I saw Sway. What's up? At the end, you know, the interns, they come up to him, they rush him. Okay, Mr. Masekela, we're ready to go. We've got your car for you. And Sway was like,
I started getting in the car. Thank you, intern.
Yo, but I have to commend you guys because I think if you were two women who looked alike and were in the entertainment industry in front of the camera, it wouldn't have gone as clean as it's gone.
Yeah, we've been working for each other for the last 17 years.
It's true,
signing autographs for each other and what have you. We're keeping each other alive.
I used to think you guys looked alike with the locks, but the fact that you both cut your hair, I think you look more alike now.
Really?
Yeah, than with the locks.
You're a handsome guy, Sal.
Yes, that good lookingness.
That good looking.
But I think too, it was a testament to people just wasn't, you know, they saw us in positions and playing roles that you just normally didn't see guys like us in, you know, being on MTV or being on X Games.
Alternative Negroes of television. Maybe was what it was, I think.
Yeah.
And we both had dreadlocks and we both were doing different shit, and people were like, they must be the same dude because they can't be two out the box Negroes.
two of us.
That sounds like a station, Alternative Negroes Network.
CNN.
Watch out,
We could do that,
CNN.
man.
Our primetime show would be called Different Darkies.
Darkies.
Different darkies. Coons collaborate. Oh, that's too much.
That was Sway.
That's too soon, Sway. That's too soon.
Oh, okay, my bad. My bad. All right.
Coon alert.
Okay, now, let me ask you this though, man. When listening to that, seeing that Snoop interview, and you talked about how people looked at you like, wow, what is he doing? This alien is trying to get on the surfboard. Even in that world, though, you know, it's more folks of color that are coming down the mountains than people would think, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when I first started snowboarding, it was crazy that people would look at you in the lift line like you were lost. But now, you know, I go to the mountains and I see a lot of people of color. I mean, they have big, like, Black Ski Week is a big thing.
Yeah.
That happens every year at different mountains. In skateboarding, obviously, it being urban and coming from, you know, from the streets, you got all sorts of kids of color, you know, Latin, brown and black kids that are excelling. And in surfing, it's a little bit late, but if you go to South Africa, which is crazy, post-apartheid, like surfing in South Africa amongst like Zulu kids is crazy. You got this whole upspring of kids. So I'd be hyped to see a kid, like an actual kid of color, a black kid, on the world tour before I die, even if I'm in a rocking chair and be like, did the Negro make it? Okay, good.
Did the Negro make it?
But there's a Brazilian world champion right now, which is crazy. That's the first time that's happened, you know, in a sport that has primarily been associated with, you know, with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, right. You know, you mentioned post-apartheid South Africa. Your father's music played heavily in my mom's house in the 70s.
Yeah.
So, Hugh Masekela. So
he's playing tonight in Jersey, I think, and he played like maybe in Brooklyn last night. 30 shows a year. He's 75 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's getting money.
He's doing better than me.
He's killing them out there, man.
Wow.
He's killing them. What did he teach you as a kid? Like, I grew up, my mother in Oakland was the Black Panther, so we had a certain radical point of view about the world and society and white folks, when I was growing up. What did your father teach you about apartheid or how to handle yourself in a world, a post-apartheid world? Did he?
You know what was really, really interesting is that my father was a political exile. He had to leave South Africa in 1959 because basically they were coming to the house looking for him. My father was the kid in the 50s, when they were really like tearing down neighborhoods and just moving black people away from white people. My father was like underground making music with white people because he was like, I'm just trying to find the best musicians to play with. So they had these little underground, like, down low clubs where people would just play no matter what color you were as long as you could play. So you would think, though, like once you get kicked out of your country and all that you would have a militant father. But my father really taught me from a very young age to be all embracing of who people were. Yeah. And I watched the way he dealt with people. And if you talk to him, like one of the things he says in this documentary we made, he said, I always raised Salema with an idea of it's not us and them. It's just who people are. Mm-hmm. And as cliche as that sounds, I grew up in a very no color situation. Plus, growing up in New York as a kid, you had everybody in your classroom. Yeah. You were with Puerto Ricans, you were with white kids, with Jewish kids, so you knew everything about everyone's culture. And color shit didn't really come into play until maybe late junior high school. Mm-hmm. But that was really enforced in my house. My dad always played with all these different musicians, no matter who it was. So I grew up real raceless. When I started to first like encounter racism on both sides, black or white, when black people were telling you, hey, you're being white or white people are saying like this isn't for you. That was very confusing for me, but it was having a solid foundation of parents who didn't give a fuck and that wasn't for us that allowed me, I think, to just go and do me.
And because of that, you become the person. You are an icon on this planet, man. Sal Masekela is hanging out with us. And you got the song All Is Forgiven with the group Alakazam.
Alakazam, that's Sonny Levine and myself. Stuart Levine and my father made 40 records together, so I grew up with him as my uncle, and so Sonny and I grew up together, always around music, and we moved in together in Los Angeles and Venice, and we built a little studio, and I'd always sung background on people's records for fun, but
like who? Give me some names.
Don't put my name on shit is what I would say.
Like who?
No,
come on, Sal.
There's no stunting.
Just one.
On very quiet records.
Yes.
You might hear me on a Mickey Avalon record.
Oh, okay.
Those records were made at my house. A lot of those weird records.
Okay.
But anyway, when I left when my show got canceled on I was in this point where I was like, what am I doing with my life? And my cousin called me and was like, yo, let's finally go in the studio and just make this album. Mm-hmm. So we went in for a few months and wrote and came up with the first album called The Sound of Alakazam, and I really started to find my voice. And we wrote well together. And then last year I said, let me try and do it again. But the thing that I always did that from the beginning was I felt like if I made a Sal Masekela record, and if someone even heard like Sal Masekela's making a record, people were like, fuck you, man, stay in your lane. Yeah. So I said, I'm just going to go with Alakazam, which is Masekela backwards. Yeah. And my thought was, if the music is good enough, it will resonate with people who are feeling it. And then if they find out it's me afterwards, cool. But I'm not going to go out there and try and use my name because my name will just get in the way. And so it's been crazy to actually get response.
In the video, you're not even in the video.
No.
It's a bunch of visuals of, was that an old dance show or something?
Yeah, it's this old like Detroit house, like public access stuff that we found. And it just kind of synced up and it kind of reminded us of growing up in the 80s. And the song is kind of an ode texturally to like real authentic early 90s hip hop with some soul feel on it. So it's just some Detroit house, and I just try to stay out of the way and let the music do its thing.
Sal Masekela is here, a.k.a. Alakazam. We're going to play All Is Forgiven. If you never heard it, call them up. Let them know what you think. And if you have any questions, 888-742-3345. Have to be, you didn't think you was going to hear that Gil Scott Heron grit come out of him, huh?
It's groovy.
Yes,
it is. That's
right?
the perfect word.
It's groovy. Forgiven.
What is All Is Forgiven? What's forgiven?
This girl that I was in love with, that she didn't want to love me back, and I forgave her. same shit that people have been writing songs about for thousands of years.
Who didn't want to love you back? You Sal Masekela.
Yeah, but she was friends with my ex-girlfriend, so it was complicated. And I was like, girl, I didn't expect to fall in love with you, but here we are. Let's make these babies. She's like, no, I can't do it. So I wrote a song about it. There it went.
Yeah. Did y'all cross the line? Or did y'all ever?
Nope.
Never got into it?
Nah, didn't do it. Because it was one of those things where if we went all in. She got scared. She came up to that. She said, no, I can't do this. This is wrong. And that was it.
And it got to that moment, yeah.
But I said thank you for the song.
Yeah, right? Made a hit out of it. We were just talking about this the other day. When is it okay to, who was it?
Cross that line.
Cross that line, because we told a story about Jamie Foxx and Kate Holmes.
Yep.
Allegedly being together.
That's the greatest word in radio and television.
Allegedly.
Allows you to
You
say
gotta take
anything.
doesn't it? You get away with saying anything. You know, Sal Masekela and the First Lady allegedly. You know, was hanging out at a Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Yeah.
Pizza Hut.
All right, Sal is here, 888-742-3345.
You can start using him, too, instead of allegedly. Just say Brian Williams said.
Sal Masekela and Gwyneth Paltrow, Brian Williams. We got Connor on the line from New Hampshire. Good morning, Connor. How you doing?
Hey, Connor.
Good morning. How's it going today, guys?
Doing all right, man. Say hello to Sal.
How's it going, Sal?
What's
Big
up,
fan.
man? Oh, what's up? How are you?
Good. I just had a question. I'm big into the action sports world, and I always thought your work is pretty awesome. I got to ask them, they're two totally different. What do you like spending, your free time with more, the music scene or the action sports stuff?
That's a good question. It's probably 50-50. I get up in the morning, I go for a surf, and then I go to the studio and make music. So both kind of go hand in hand. And if I'm in a good rhythm with the ocean, I'm usually making good music.
That's interesting. You ever run into shark issues?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I did. I ran into a shark issue in Fiji 3 years ago. It was towards the end of the evening, and we're off this little island called Tavarua, and they take you out on a boat. It was a little small boat, and you're out surfing, and everyone had gotten in the boat except for me and my two friends. And my friend Todd goes, paddle to the boat. I go, what are you talking about, man? Like, because people joke around. He's like, no, paddle to the boat right now. And I look down, and there's like this baby submarine that just swam right underneath us. Must have been about 8 to 10 foot shark, mako shark. And so we had to sprint back to the boat. And my one little Australian friend, Yaden Nickel, he's laughing. Like, because Australians are stupid like that. And he's also light and small, and so he paddles in between Todd and I. And so now he knows he's in front, and I'm just trying to stay in front of my buddy Todd. And he's like, stop paddling so fast. I'm like, fuck you, man. And but we all lived. But that's the only time I've ever seen a really big shark.
Yo, makos are aggressive too, right?
Yeah, they're aggressive, but they're well fed out there. They got lots of fish. So
yeah,
no one's ever been attacked. But that's the only time I've ever had a shark issue.
So why go back? I never understand the guys that get bit up and go back when sharks.
Because if you do the math, you're gonna get stung to death by bees before you're gonna get hit by a shark. How funny will it be when you guys are playing this clip after I get attacked by the shark?
No, we won't play that. Not us, allegedly.
But no, it happens. I mean, there's certain places like in South Africa, certain parts of Western Australia, a couple of other remote islands. There's places in this world where I just would not go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't surf because you've got a higher rate. Just like there's certain streets that you're not going to walk down after 3 a.m. by yourself. There's a higher rate of something bad happening. But generally speaking, it's pretty safe.
Okay, Sal Masekela is here. He avoided a shark bite. Chill is on the line from Alaska. Good morning.
Chill.
Chill.
Alaska.
Chill from Alaska.
What's happening?
Go figure.
Me in St. Louis, Missouri. What's happening?
What up, man? What's your question?
Well, I really just had a comment, you know what I'm saying? I snowboard and ski. I'm a brother from the hood, you know what I'm saying? Ride snow machines, all that shit. And when I first started doing it with no brothers up there but me, I used to come off the jumps with little white dudes watching me fly through the air like, damn, dude's black, you know what I'm saying? You know? And I just took to it like when I started skiing, I took to it like a, fish in water, you know what I'm saying? I just got on the skis and understood the concept of, how to maneuver. And we get down to the bottom of the hill. My little white friends is like, well, hold up, man. I thought you said you never skied before. I said, I did, and I'm black. This shit's easy.
That's funny, man. Hey, let me ask you, man. I'm sure that excited a lot of the white women too, right? Like you could clean up out there with the bunny meat.
Oh yeah, the snow bunnies. You know, they're plentiful.
Okay, plentiful.
Plentiful.
Okay, Sal. So what's going to happen next? Are you going on tour with Alakazam, or what are you going to do?
I'm trying to find some time to tour. So this summer we'll start playing like some select shows in and around Los Angeles, and if you want an Alakazam show, come holler at me. I'll come play in your city.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
right.
but I really thank you. I mean, especially coming from this room.
Yeah,
it's very, very humbling to have it be remotely accepted. You don't know what that means to me.
Yeah, we're very critical, and to get Heather to agree to it is,
and Heather, anytime you spit bars or show up on something, I'm always hyped because I've always been a fan of your flow.
Okay.
Same here.
Well, Tracy, anything for Tracy? No, never mind. All right, yo. So
Tracy be making me laugh in the mornings in the car.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Keeping everybody honest in here.
Yeah, thank you, Tracy. All right, DB came up with a game for you, man.
Okay.
It's called Big League or Big Screen.
Sal Masekela is with us.
All right, here we go. Let me make sure you can't see the answer right here.
Yeah, Sal.
All right, question number 1. An MLB player used to give a small voodoo doll liquor so that he would be granted a great game.
That was in the movie. League of Their Own?
Major League.
Yeah.
You got it right. It was a movie.
He said league.
For bonus points, you could name the movie.
What was the name of the little doll?
Jobu.
Jobu, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Jobu's not happy with you.
Okay.
Showing my age.
Question number 2. An NBA player shot 154 free throws and only missed 3.
That was in real life.
He's correct.
Yeah.
Jose Calderon of the Raptors.
Wow. Okay.
Question number 3.
Damn.
Killing it out.
A member of the New York Yankees married Marilyn Monroe.
That was real?
He's correct.
That was real.
Joe
DiMaggio.
Yeah.
Sent flowers to her grave weekly until he
But that
died.
wasn't really an answer. That was a question. That was
Come on,
real?
Sway. That was real.
All right,
you didn't hear the drop at the end. Real.
Question number 4. An NFL quarterback had a habit of vomiting every time he was put in a game.
That was in a movie.
Got that right.
Willie
Any given
Beeman.
Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
yeah.
Willie Beeman.
Mm-hmm.
Willie Beeman, yeah. Screaming Beeman.
Hey guys, let Sal play.
Yeah,
all right.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So if it's not too much to ask.
All right, last question.
I need a drink.
A non-scholarship walk-on sacks the quarterback and is the only player to be carried off the field in his team's history.
Rudy.
Damn.
True story and a movie.
He won.
That's correct.
There it is.
What?
Sal Masekela, man. Look, we're gonna play. What are we gonna do?
Rob report.
Oh, we're gonna do the rock. That's not on there.
Sway got
Bring Back
cheat
Home. I
notes.
wanted to play Bring Back Home.
Yeah.
The song by your pops that became like the anthem, the theme song for
Nelson Mandela's freedom.
Yeah,
Wow.
Nelson
Amazing.
So Nelson Mandela wrote a letter to my father when he was in prison, telling my father that he was doing great work and to keep on fighting the fight and struggle. And my dad's like, wait, you're in prison and you're writing me a letter of encouragement to keep on fighting the fight and struggle. And he says that the next day he just walked up to the piano and literally started playing the chords, and what came out of his mouth was, "Bring back Nelson Mandela." And he said it didn't even take 10 seconds for the chorus to come out, and that's how he wrote that song and ended up becoming this big, amazing song.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for coming by.
Dude, thank you so much,
Sharing that
man.
story. You got to come back and play for us, though.
I will. We'll come back up in here and I'll do some songs.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
All right, this is
For the
my
summer.
brother, man. Look at us together here. Hold up. Look at us together.
Mama, why didn't you tell us?
Sal Masekela, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shea 45.